Hi everyone, welcome to Insights by Johnita Francis. I am back again for another show, Stopping Moonstruck TV, for your Wednesday night at 8 p.m. So I'm the first cab off the ranks, no pressure on me whatsoever. So sit back, grab yourself a cup of tea, and let's see what all of us can do to help you toward your quality of life, your improvement of life, how you see things, change your perception on things as well. All that sort of stuff is, it's going to happen for you. So, and 2020 obviously is the year to be absolutely doing that as well. So lots of changes. The light will be shown on people this year. So if you've been working your butt off for 2019 and the last couple of years before that, this is the year. 2020 is your year to really sort of sit back and enjoy the fruits of your labor. And, there's been that toxic relationship that has sort of been in the back of your mind or holding you back even though you've separated from that person, that's all going to be let go this year, and things are just going to start flowing better for you, and it just flows. Like, I'm super pumped about 2020. I know, being an Australian, we have had a disastrous few months, but it's kind of like the universe is purging. It's getting rid of, unfortunately, everything in the destructive path, but it's getting rid of some stuff to make way for new for a lot of people and sending them on a different direction as well. So it's going to be an exciting year. The first couple of months are going to be turbulent, of course, while we groove ourselves into that energy, but then after that, of course, there's going to be things are just going to be improve. So if you've seen any of my other videos, you would notice that I'm talking a lot about the February-March period, where things just start to make sense for us, and that's what's going on. So I thought we'd start today with a collective reading. Now, I've got to introduce you to my crystals that I'm working with today. Before I start any one-on-one readings, which I do through video link just like this, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you'd like to have a reading with me, we can do so. Just check out my website or my Facebook if you'd like some further details. But before I go into a reading, I always choose some crystals and just say, okay, I'm reading for Susie, Tom, Dick, Harry, whatever their name is, and then wherever my eye lands on my altar, and I have probably 200-something crystals there, it's a crystal that I pick up, and then, I'm not a crystal person, I'm not going to pretend to be, but I go and research that crystal and find out what that's all about and how that's going to support the person. That does form a little bit of their reading, but it tunes into the frequency of what's going on at the moment, where that soul conscious level is. And I will always recommend that you go and grab yourself one of these crystals if you haven't intuitively done that, and then from there you can stick it in your bra if you're a girl, stick it in your pocket if you're a boy, keep it in a little crystal pocket or a bag, and just keep it on you until you start to feel the energy of that crystal. So amethyst has come up a lot this week. This is my little amethyst ball. Got lots of twists and turns in it. It's I see the beauty in not broken things but blemishes, and I just think that they add to the beauty, because every time I look at this ball I see a new little twist and turn in it, and it's a bit like looking at your friend or your lover or your children. Every time you look at them, you see them as essentially themselves, but then you see different layers of them and different little things about them that you hadn't noticed before. So I really love this amethyst. I'll be working with her. And then, of course, my trusty demon of dirt, my celestial quartz. Celestial quartz is a higher level quartz. It works with spirit channeling. It works with a whole bunch of stuff, but I actually really love it. I'm such a sucker for anything smoky, except for our bushfires, of course. That was a bad play on words. And I just love it. It's a really nice crystal. I've always got a piece on me, either in my bra or in my pocket, depends on what I'm doing. Don't really leave home without a smoky of some description, and this is the big brother of the smoky quartz. So I'll be working with that one. And of course, the latest addition to my troops, I suppose you could call them, that's the black quartz. It's a little hard to tell all the different colours that are coming through for that, but like the amethyst, it's got a lot of blemishes and a lot of little nicks and little lines through it, which create beautiful dimensions to be able to do that. I use it as a TV sometimes to be able to channel and use trance meditation through it as well. And trusty spirit quartz. Spirit quartz is one of the prettier ones, just purely because of the way it forms. And this is just a higher level again. So this is really, I wouldn't recommend if you're starting out in your spiritual journey to run out and grab a spirit quartz and stick it in your pillowcase, because it might be a little overwhelming for you. However, there's something certainly to work up to start using and to just play on the energies of the spirit quartz. So. But let's have a look at collective reading and seeing what we're dealing with just at the moment. So what a collective reading is, if you haven't heard that term before, is it looks at the universal energy, what's going on at the moment, and then we just have a look at what, because it's unfortunate, but most of us are doing that Me Too thing, okay? So if you're having a hard time in your place of business or in your workplace or with your family, there's always someone that crosses your path that's going through something similar, which is why when you do, like I do, rapid fire flash readings on my private page, my private Facebook page, and quite often we'll get a number of people that are going through similar things that need to let go of similar things. Might be different circumstances or different, might be a boy letting go of a girl or a girl letting go of a boy, or those sorts of things. But essentially the alignment or the misalignment is similar. There's a common thread there. So you'll often get groups of people going through similar things. So collective readings are fairly good because it gives you an opportunity to know that you're not alone. And just by talking about things and taking the shame and embarrassment away from what you're going through can sometimes just open the doors for everybody to say it's okay to say how we're feeling, or it's okay to let people know that we're not in a good place or that we're struggling. So, right, we've got a good, oh, look at this, very nice. Beautiful. Right, we've got a couple of different cards here. I've actually pulled out 5, which is interesting. 5 is a number of exploring, freedom, change. It's just a nice, right smack bang in the middle, okay? So it's a balanced number. It gives us lots of different directions that we can go in, because we've done some hard yards. We're on the downhill motion now, so we're gaining momentum. That let us know that collectively now is the time to rest, okay? So we need to take a little bit of a breather. We've got through Christmas, got through New Year, got through some really sticky Mother Earth versus Earth moments where we were reminded just how powerful our nature is in all areas of our globe, not just in Australia. So now's the time to rest and relax a little bit and just take a deep breath and enjoy life and think about the things that you want to bring into your life for 2020 as well. Really manifest them and have that emotion attached to the outcome as well. Know that you're always protected. So the protection card has come up here. So it might feel a little bit scary to come out of your comfort zone and try a different direction or try different things, or just say that's enough, this is not working for me anymore. And they're big, scary changes. They're transformational changes. So know that you're protected during this. If you're a little bit nervous or got a bit of overwhelming feeling, ask for protection. Ask your guides to come in. Ask the angels, whoever you're comfortable with calling in, and you have that trust and faith in. That's who you call in for help. You say, okay, I need some protection around this. Can you show me what the answer is? Can you protect me while I go through this challenge? And now's the time to do that. Also an opportunity here. Now, these 3 last cards are very, very connected. And there's intimacy, affirmations, and source. So intimacy is not just what we share with another person, it's also how we treat ourselves. That self-care, that self-love, it is self-nurturing is a lot to do with the intimacy as well. Our first and best love affair should be with ourselves. I know that sounds bonkers, but if we don't understand who we are and what we want and what love feels like for us, because love is an umbrella term, it feels different for everybody, then how will we know what love feels like when someone else comes along and offers it? If we don't love ourselves, how will we be able to say to that person, I deserve more, or I should be contributing more? at a self-awareness level that we all must have. So this is an opportunity in the next few weeks, at least 2-3 weeks, that we really keep in check how we're talking to ourselves and using those self-love and self-care words that are very important. Affirmations. Now, affirmations, if you're not familiar with that term, means it's like a prayer. You're affirming, you're saying something that you want to have happen. You're giving thanks for your food, your life, your family, everything that you have right now, giving thanks for the terrible lessons that you may have gone through. But look at you now, that character building, okay? So affirmations will help you seek out alignment within yourself as well, so you can function on a different level, because when you affirm something, it's kind of making a promise, you're making a statement, you're keeping a goal, and it's a verbal goal of what you want to achieve. So affirmations are really good. So if you've particularly been involved in lots of challenges and just a shitty time, really, that's what it is, it's a shitty time, the last 3 years in particular, then your 3-4 years, then this is the time for you to, let me put it to you this way. If you look up Google, okay, and you want to research, let's think of a topic, car wash, okay, you want to understand about car washes. You don't put it into Google search everything you don't want. You tell Google exactly what you want. So that's how you get the answer. That's how you get to car wash. If you go to a restaurant, you don't go through the entire menu with the waiter or the waitress saying what you don't want. You tell them what you want, because there is an expectation that you will get your burger and your fries and your Coke. That is what you'll get, because that is what you ordered. And we forget as humans sometimes that when we want to manifest things, that's how we get those things. I want this. And you might be absolutely banging, is what we call it in Australia. So that means hankering, I think, is an expression that I've heard the Americans use. But you really, really want that burger. And there's an emotional attachment to it, because you want to eat this burger. So you ask for the burger. You know what you want. Life is exactly the same thing. I want this. I don't want a boyfriend that's going to do this. I don't want a girlfriend that does that. I don't want this. I don't want that. Google doesn't care about what you don't want. You tell Google what you want, Google will give it to you. If you tell the waiter or the waitress what you want, unless they're out of that stock, you will get that. So that's what we need to remember as humans, on how to manifest stuff and how to get what we want, is by clearly and directly asking for it and not being afraid to do that. Affirmation, very, very important. And the sauce is the last card. So unlike barbecue or chili or tomato sauce, play on words, the sauce is all about how you connect. So I connect with the earth, I connect with the energy, I connect with frequency. Some people connect with God, some people connect with angels, some people connect with the same way I do, some people connect with dream time, Aboriginal dream time. It doesn't really matter who you connect with or how you connect with them. If you've got pure intent and you've got a place of love and heart and acceptance and forgiveness and all of those higher frequency emotions, you're already into the source. You're tapping into the source. What that source looks like for you is irrelevant. It doesn't really matter. We place too much emphasis on your source is not the same as mine, therefore you're wrong, I'm right. No, it's not. It's kind of like do as you will, harm none. Okay, so if you're not hurting anybody by what you're believing in, it doesn't matter what you believe in. That's what you need to think about this year, where your head space is at, where your heart space is at, and what is for your highest good, irrelevant and outside of what everybody else may think or may push upon you. That's how you're going to do it, by grabbing that strength and strength building into character building, which leads to great affirmations, leads to quality of life. A lot to take in, I know, but if you get stuck with it, I invite you to seek me out. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, all over the place. Thanks very much to Moonstruck and a few other modalities that I read for. You come and have a chat with me, and we will get to that point where we can unlock where those misalignments are, or where their frequency needs to shift, where your mindset needs to shift. It's transforming stuff. It's letting go of anything that no longer serves us. It is fantastic, and it's so empowering, because you don't realize how great life's going to be until you actually start going for it. So that's a collective reading for everyone for the next couple of weeks, apparently, I've been told. Thank you very much, guys. Okay, let's see if we've got a caller. We have. Fantastic. Yolanda in Texas. Are you there?
Yes. How you doing?
Hi. I'm good, and yourself?
Just fine.
All right, what can I do for you? Oh, you've got a really lovely energy.
Oh, thank you. I'm just wondering, my father passed away about 10 years ago, and I'm just wondering, I used to have some dreams about him, several dreams, and I'm just wondering, is he still talking to me? Is he, what's going on? I miss him a lot, and we're real close.
Yeah. You know what? You're not alone in feeling that. Sometimes when people pass, we get, their smells, or we get reminders, or we just feel like they're there with us, and we feel like they're still able to hear us. And then as time goes on, we kind of feel like maybe they can't hear us, or maybe they're not here anymore. Maybe they've just disappeared altogether. And it's a common, for me, it's a common question that gets asked. Are they still here? Are they still listening to us? Absolutely they are. There's a disconnect. I like your frequency, I like your energy, but they're telling me that you need to take your shoes off and stand in the grass, stand in the dirt, okay? There's been a lot going on for you personally since your father passed, and that's made it, it's made it a little bit hard for you sometimes too, because there's a lot of emotion with everything, not just your father passing, there's other stuff going on, and your heart feels really super heavy. So whatever it is that you've been coping with or trying to understand and make logical sense of, that is why it feels like your dad's not listening or your dad's not about. He certainly is. He's letting me know he is. Did he have a really good tan? Did he have a brown skin?
Bad skin?
Yeah,
no bad skin.
Like a suntan. Did he work outside or something? He's showing me that he's got a really lovely tan. So whether he worked too much, and he's showing me that he's got rest and relaxation now, but he's coming through as he's got a suntan. Like he's not super white. Like if you can see me, I'm super white. I glow in the dark. But your dad's brown. Is that the right man?
Yes.
Yeah. He's still very much around you. He's giving you the space that you need to grow and to expand and to work through some of the things that you're working through as well, okay? I know that you probably need him and need his comfort and his nurturing when you're going through some of these things, but he's trying to allow you space to grow at your own rate as well. Did he work outside?
Yeah, he did.
Or did he just like being outside? He's taking me outside.
Yeah. Country boy,
Pardon?
yeah. Country boy.
Yeah.
He's a country boy.
Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry, darling. Could you tell me again, please?
Oh, I said he's a country boy. He's a country boy. Horses, ride horses, a country, cowboy hat, things like that.
Ah, beautiful. That's where you got your beautiful grounded energy from, that real nice energy.
Yes.
Okay. I've got a really sticky throat, so it feels like, when you get like a throb in your throat and it just tickles and you can't work out, whether you need to cough or not. That's what's happening. How did your father pass away? Could you please tell me?
He had cancer. He had lung cancer.
Okay, that's the breathing. I'm trying to cough. Okay.
Lung cancer. I'm going through something. Yeah, he left some property, and I'm trying to figure out how can I get these people, these squanderers, out of this property that he left. And I don't know if I should persuade it or just let it go, that the people take the property, or just keep fighting.
Okay. Are you hanging on to the property because you're worried about losing your dad if you let go of the property?
No, he bought it for a reason, and I don't want to just let it go, just to let it go. I want to make a profit off of it, of course, because he did spend his hard-earned money on it. But I'm just wondering, should I keep fighting to get these people, squanderers, out of this property that we have, or should I just let it go and just let them just take it, just keep living in it illegally?
Okay. When I flipped over a card, do you live on a property yourself? So do you have
No, I have my own home, but this is like a commercial property. It's a funeral home, and I got some people living in it illegally, and I can't get them out of this property. So I don't know if to keep fighting to get them out or to let it go. What would my dad want me to do? I know he bought it because he wanted a business to be ran out of it, but that did not happen because he got sick.
Right. Okay. What do you want to do? Are you on the radio or are you watching live? He's showing me his hand moving through the air. So just let it go. Let it go. And he's fine with that.
Let it go.
Sometimes when he just didn't want to talk about stuff, he'd put his hand in the air and just like wave it off.
Yeah. Right.
That's what he's doing now. He's just waving it off. So it's your decision to make what you want to do. He's happy with whatever. He's not worried about, it's neither here nor there for him.
Right.
He just has to make sure that if you are going to sell it, sweetheart, you are going to sell it, sweetheart, he wants to make sure that you get a good price for it. Okay, so just hold off. Don't take the first or couple buyers that come along. I don't know what the real estate market is like over there in America, but here people can offer different prices, and then you as an owner decide whether you want it or not. Dad's letting you know to just hold off and play a bit of hardball on that, okay, to make sure you get what you want. Oh, I think I've lost you. Or hopefully you can watch the replay if you gone. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Leanna in Sarasota, Florida. I've heard of that. Leanna, are you there?
I'm here. I'm feeling good, I'm here.
How are you? Oh, Leanne, I beg your pardon.
I'm trying
Sorry. What can I do for you?
Okay, I'm just, what do you see for my future? What am I doing? What am I supposed to do?
All right, I love your energy. It's like go, 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 go. And I'm even starting to speak faster because you want results. You want things right now. You've done the work. Where's the reward? Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me is what it's all about. So you've got a whole bunch of things coming in for you for 2020 in particular, but you are actually going to stretch out to 2022, okay, which is really interesting. I haven't had a reading that far yet this year, so this is really cool. So you've been working extremely hard to shed anything that no longer serves you, and you've been doing that in particular. There's been a bit of a push on it for the last 8 months in particular, and I'm actually pounding my fist into my other hand like I need results, I need to move forward. What is this? Is this as good as it gets? And that's exactly where your mindset is at the moment. What do you want to do as far as working for yourself is concerned? Do you want a second stream of income, or you're thinking about working for yourself? There's just something else there.
That's funny you said that. Yeah, I was trying to do that, but it didn't fall through. Like, I feel like I'm cursed, honestly. Like, I'm going to keep 100. And I'm trying to learn to manifest this. There's more out there, and I just know. And it's just, I want to know if my mom or my sister's with me. Like, is there signs? Like, what am I supposed to do? I feel lost. It's like, I'm trying to make this money, get do what I got to do, but like I'm lost. I don't know what to do, and I don't know if there's love for me or what's going on. I'm just lost.
Okay. All right. What I love about your energy is it's very similar to mine. It is chaotic. There's so much going on in our minds. There's so much going on. My hands are itchy even listening to your voice. So I want to do stuff with my hands, like do stuff. So what I would suggest to you is get your diary out and write down all the things that you want to do. Start using a vision board because your mind is so busy. We need to get all of it out of your mind chatter and into the atmosphere and into the now. And how we do that is through journaling and writing stuff down. You are an absolute entrepreneur. If any business that comes across your way falls through your fingers, stuff it. Don't worry about it. Find something else. It's not the business for you. It's just you will attract a tremendous amount of wealth and you're growing. The state that you're growing at is really good. It's important that you work for yourself though, because your mind is so fast, people will struggle with working with you, okay? Because you can see your vision, you can see things come into fruition and you want to grab them. And not everybody works in that manner, okay? So if you can work for yourself, that is absolutely brilliant. The next couple of businesses that you will look at, really have a look at dividends, how much investment you need to put into them first, because the business that's for you will have a tiny investment and a big return, okay? So we can have a closer look, but I'm going to run out of time, my dear. So you're welcome to send me a request for a private reading if you like, or jump on my website and have a look. I just don't want to cut you off, but I know I'm very short on time. So go for it. Take risks this year. Go for it. Your gut will tell you what you need to do. Use your intuitive ability. Don't dismiss those feelings that you get. You're quite intuitive. You're not silly, okay? So play on that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Jan, I have to go. Thank you very much for your call. I'm so sorry I rushed it.
That's okay. No, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Take care. Hi. Thank you so much for joining in to me for this week. Covered a lot, and it's just nice seeing people wanting to progress with their lives, which is exactly what 2020 is all about. It's about taking risk and doing the things that we love. So once again, I'm Johnita Francis. Thank you very much for tuning in for this week. I'll see you again next Wednesday. If you'd love a personal private reading with me, please check me out on my Facebook page or my website, www.insightbyjohnita.com.